You ever text a woman and she just doesn't reply? Not even a scene, not even a K, just pure silence. It's like you just messaged a ghost on vacation, and your brain, it immediately turns into Sherlock Holmes. Maybe she's busy, maybe she didn't see it. Maybe her cat stepped on her phone and deleted the message. No, my brother, she saw it. And she's ignoring you. Now the question is, what do? Do you double text, triple text, send a meme, a paragraph, a poem? Nah, you do something way more powerful. Today, we're talking about what to do when a woman ignores you, and we're using one of the most powerful tools known to man, Stoicism. Let's dive in. The panic response. Let's be real. When a woman starts ignoring you, your brain doesn't go, she must be self-reflecting in peace. Nope. Your brain throws on a clown suit and starts juggling your dignity. You start refreshing the chat every 2 minutes. You reread the last message like it's Shakespeare. You start thinking, was it something I said? And here's the wild part. You might not have done anything wrong, but the moment you react emotionally to her silence, boom, you lose power. And the one who stays calm stays in control. That's where Stoicism comes in. Stoic rule number 1, silence isn't an invitation to dance. Here's the first thing you need to understand. Silence is not a puzzle to solve. It's not a riddle. It's not a test you have to pass. It's not a magical signal from the universe that you need to decode with a crystal ball. Sometimes silence is just silence, and that's okay. A Stoic doesn't chase noise. A Stoic doesn't panic when things get quiet. He simply observes and adapts. Let's take an example. Imagine you're in a room with someone, and suddenly they stop talking to you. Would you start doing cartwheels to get their attention? Would you scream their name? Would you burst into tears? Of course not. You'd give them space and keep your cool. Same rule applies here. Her silence doesn't require your performance. Stoic rule number 2, never chase confusion. A woman ignoring you can feel confusing, but don't chase confusion. Here's what chasing confusion looks like. Hey, are you okay? Did I do something wrong? Just checking in? Miss you? Nope. A Stoic doesn't chase confusion. He values clarity. And guess what? If someone wants you in their life, they'll make it clear. Not cloudy, not foggy, not seen 4 hours ago, and no reply. Clarity, if she doesn't give it to you, your job is not to dig through emotional trash cans looking for scraps of affection. Your job is to walk away with dignity. Funny, but true, women have radar. Now here's something funny. The moment you stop reacting, the moment you stop chasing, she notices. Women have this radar. I call it the "he's not obsessed with me anymore" radar. You stop texting, radar pings. You stop liking her photos, radar pings. You go silent. Suddenly she remembers you exist. Hey, just saw your story. Looked fun. Oh really? You saw my story, huh? You missed my last 4 texts, but that story about my sandwich? That brought me back to life? This is not a coincidence. It's the law of human psychology. People want what they think they're losing, and the moment you remove your attention, you become valuable again. Stoic rule number 3. Protect your attention like a king guards his castle. Your attention is currency. You're a walking ATM of energy, time, emotion. And if someone doesn't appreciate that, you don't give them a withdrawal slip, simple. Too many men give their attention away for free. You send long messages. You explain yourself. You try to fix it. But what if I told you that sometimes the most powerful response is none at all? Because here's the Stoic truth. You don't owe anyone your peace. You don't owe anyone an explanation for being calm and walking away. The mental shift that changes everything. Here's where Stoicism becomes your superpower. Instead of thinking, why is she ignoring me? Ask this instead. Why am I so bothered by someone who clearly doesn't value me? That shift changes the entire game. Because now the power is back in your hands. You realize you're not powerless, you're not a victim. You're a man who chooses how to respond, and you're choosing strength. the next best move framework. Here's a little Stoic trick you can use. Whenever someone disrespects you, ignores you, or treats you like a background character in their movie, ask yourself, what's my next best move? Not, what's going to make her text back? Not, what will make her like me again? Just, what's my next best move? Maybe it's focusing on your goals. Maybe it's hitting the gym. Maybe it's spending time with people who actually value you. You stop acting like a beggar at her emotional door, and you start walking like a king who doesn't wait for breadcrumbs. Reality check, she's watching. Now, here's a little secret. Even when she's ignoring you, she's still watching. Maybe not texting, maybe not calling, but best believe she's checking your Instagram stories, asking her friends about you, wondering why you haven't reached out. And when you stay silent, when you stay focused, when you show the world you're good, with or without her, that's when the tables turn, because nothing haunts someone more than the man they ignored, thriving without them. Stoic rule number 4, your reaction is your power. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Translation, you don't control if she texts back. You don't control how she feels. But you control you, your peace, your energy, your choices. That's the game changer. Because when you stop trying to control her behavior and start mastering your response, you become untouchable. Fun example, the ice cream truck. Let's say you're 10 years old. You hear the ice cream truck. You run out with your money. But the truck keeps driving. You scream, "Hey, wait!" It doesn't stop. So what do? Do you run down the street chasing it? No. You keep your money. You wait for the next one. Because ice cream is everywhere. You're not going to run barefoot through gravel for a vanilla cone. Same with women. You don't chase the one who drove away. You wait for the one who parks in front of you and wants to serve you. The long-term view, what she feels later. Here's what a lot of guys forget. Women don't always feel the loss immediately. Sometimes it takes weeks, sometimes months, but eventually she remembers. The guy who gave her peace, who respected himself, who didn't chase, who walked away like a man, and in a world full of emotionally reactive boys, that sticks. You leave an imprint because you didn't beg, you didn't cry, you didn't chase. You stood still and let her realize. Closing, what you really teach her. When you stop chasing a woman who ignores you, you're not just walking away. You're teaching her something. You're teaching her how to treat you. You're teaching her that silence is not a weapon she can use against you. You're teaching her that your attention is earned, not owed. And most importantly, you're teaching yourself that your value isn't tied to anyone's validation, not hers, not anyone's. That is Stoicism. That is power. So the next time she ignores you, don't panic, don't chase, don't double text, just smile and act like the high-value man you are. Because real men don't beg for attention. They create such peace in their life that even silence starts to echo with value. If she ignores you, act like this. Calm, collected, unbothered. Because the man who stays silent in chaos, he doesn't just win, he becomes unforgettable. See you in the next one, legend. Stay stoic, stay powerful, and remember, your silence is louder than any word you could ever say.